Everton versus Arsenal. Sean Dyche, low block, new manager bounce. Could this be a sticky one for Arsenal? Unbiased Sport here with a match preview for Everton versus Arsenal in the league. Yeah, it's going to be a big game. Finally, the Premier League's back. We had a week at FA Cup and Carabao Cup games. Arsenal went out, obviously, to Man City. But listen, FA Cup, goodbye. Back to the Premier League where we all want to be. Also, Newcastle and Man United got to are both into the final of the Carabao. It looks to be a really good final, actually. I can't decide who I think is going to win. But going into the game on Saturday, tomorrow at 12 o'clock with the early kickoff. As we keep getting these early kickoffs, they know that Arsenal normally do bad with early kickoffs. So I feel like they keep giving them to us, but nah. It's going to be a big game. It's the Arsenal luck back again. No excuses. We should win. But obviously, Everton have been doing so bad. They really need a win. New manager bounce. Sean Dyche, low block. Everything that normally would put Arsenal in the bin. We're going to see how Arsenal deal with it. And I think this will show us a lot where we've come. We go and beat Everton convincingly. Then I think that it's shown a big step forward for Arsenal, because I feel like we normally will lose this game. Like the previous seasons, the manager bounce. Whenever a team really need a win or a new manager comes in, it's always against Arsenal. They always win. It's like whenever someone has their debut against Arsenal, they score. Or whenever we don't sign a player that we're looking at and then they come and play us, they score. Like I'm already waiting for Mudryk to score when we play Chelsea. So we'll see. But Arsenal have been looking really good, even in the loss against Man City. Half our team, 6 changes, we looked good. So I'm quite confident going into this game. Everton have looked shocking. I can't see them bouncing back too much to the level of Arsenal in a week under Sean Dyche. Maybe if this was 3 weeks later, you could be talking they might be able to get a point, but I can't see it. Thomas Partey, obviously that he had his scan for his ribs. Lucky, thank God, it was nothing serious, but he still might be a doubt for this game, which gives me the feeling that he might be on the bench. I think he'll be in the matchday squad. I don't think it's a point where he won't be in the matchday squad. But I don't know if Arteta's going to risk starting him because of how many games we've got going forward and how many big games. Like if he plays tomorrow against Everton and gets injured and can't play for the Man City game in a couple of weeks, then it's going to look like a brain-dead decision. But we'll see. But if he don't, our new signing, Jorginho, might get his first start with his first game at Arsenal. So we'll have a look at that and see what goes on there. On the Jorginho signing, I'm not going to lie, when I first heard about it, I was a bit like, why? What are we doing? I think I was being a little bit sour that we weren't getting Caicedo. After sitting back, looking at the stats, obviously stats ain't everything, looking into all the details, I think it's actually quite a decent deal. Now for me, that deal, I look at it, he's experienced in the Premier League, someone who can come in straight away and won't need to adapt, experience in like big intense games, Euro winner, Champions League winner, Europa League winner, Club World Cup winner. He's won a lot. And also he was, a couple of years back, he was third in the Ballon d'Or. If people think that's right or wrong, he was still third. To even be in a conversation of Ballon d'Or winner, you've got to have been good, right? So listen, for 10 million plus 2 million add-ons, we don't know. That 2 million might be if we win the league. 12 million, 31 years old, a year and a half contract, which is what I was really happy about, because people say, Arsenal, same old stuff, buying these old washed up players. The problem with all these other players that we've signed is the fact that we've signed them for 3-4 years. Like a year and a half shows me that this is a stopgap, right? Arsenal went for Caicedo, Brighton didn't want to sell, we don't want to upset Brighton, because what will happen is you upset Brighton now, they still won't sell him, and then when it comes to the summer, we won't be able to get him, because, or we will, and we'll have to pay even more, or they might see someone else come with a similar offer and accept them and say, you know what, Arsenal, you pissed us off, fuck off, you know. So I think to myself, Arsenal done the right thing. They weren't selling him. They come out and said it. Arsenal chucked bids at them, probably paying over the odds for him, and they didn't want to sell him. So for me, I can't complain about that. Listen, people are moaning, why did you get Jorginho instead of Caicedo? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Same old Arsenal. Listen, at the end of the day, if you can't do it, you can't do it. You know, they tried. It's not their choice. It weren't that. It's not even like Brighton was saying, make it 80 million and we'll accept that. They weren't accepting nothing. They weren't going to sell it. Maybe if we went with a stupid offer of like 100 million, they might have accepted. But at the same time, you can't overspend stupidly on these players. It's not worth it. So hopefully we can bring him in the summer. I already said, for me, the two main targets in summer I'd love to bring in is Caicedo and I can't think of his name, Declan Rice. There would be my two main signings. I did also say a striker, but the way Balogun's been playing, top goal scorer in League One, I'm thinking we don't even need a striker. Bring him back, and we've got the three strikers. So we'll see how it goes anyway. But to this game, yeah, I think Arsenal are going to go there, and I think they're going to get another win in the league. I think we're going to walk away with the 3 points. I actually think it's going to be quite an Arsenal. I think it's going to be 3-1. I want to say 3-1 because I feel like Everton might get like a goal. I was going to say 3-0, but I thought, it's away from home, new manager bounce. 3-1 Arsenal's my prediction. Yeah, so on that note, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. All my social medias are in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, turn your bell on, whatever that means, the notification bell, turn that on. And yeah, I'll be back with the match reaction, player ratings tomorrow, and maybe a couple little bits of like my reaction during match. I want to start live streaming the matches, watch along for the match. I'm going to start that soon, hopefully. So yeah, on that note, Unbiased Sports with a Premier League preview match for Everton versus Arsenal. Peace.